Somebody asked me one time, you could do anything in the whole wide world, what would you do? And I paused and I thought about it. And I don't know if I've shared with you, I love photography. And, photographing the glory of God's creation, whether that's people or landscapes or whatever, just thrills me. And if I could pick one thing to photograph, I would love to travel all over the world to different places, different climates, and different weather patterns and photograph clouds. Specifically, I would like to, I group clouds into two types. There are what I call cotton clouds that are light and fluffy, and they're kind of ill-defined. They look like little cotton balls. And then there's what I call cauliflower clouds, very, distinct, lines where it looks like the head of a cauliflower. I would love to photograph cauliflower clouds in black and white all over the world. That would be fun. But clouds remind me, and I'm just going to apologize now. I'm here at home, and my neighbors have their lawn care guys doing their thing. So that noise you hear in the background, those are gas-powered leaf blowers, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'll just have to speak louder than them. So hang in there. Anyway, back to clouds. I love what it says in Psalm 19:1. It says, the heavens declare the glory of God. And part of the heavens are the skies, and part of the skies are the clouds. We'll see some other aspects of the heavens that declare the glory of God. But for today, we're going to look at clouds. And yes, this is a photograph I took. It was actually one year during my daughter's birthday. We were at some friend's house, and I looked out the window, and I have not photoshopped this picture. This is the color of the sky and the clouds as it was that day. Truly amazing. Now, I told you I kind of group clouds into two types, cotton clouds and cauliflower clouds. Well, those aren't the real groupings from a science perspective. So I'm going to take you on a tour of the real groupings of clouds. So we'll start with cumulus clouds. Cumulus, it's kind of like the word accumulate. Think a pile of clouds. And yes, this is another photograph of mine, taken from an airplane above a cloud layer. Notice how they pile up. That is a cumulus cloud. Here's another cumulus cloud that I had the privilege to photograph. I was standing on top of a hill when I was able to capture this lovely cloud. It's a cumulus cloud. It's a piled up cloud. And here's another one. I was out one day walking my dog, and I looked up, and there was this beautiful cumulus cloud. Now this is what I would call cauliflower cloud. Got the very distinct edges to things. You got strong contrast between the light and the dark. But still, this is a cumulus cloud. It's all piled up, layer upon layer upon layer. So that's a cumulus cloud. All right, so the next type we're going to look at is what are called cirrus clouds. Cirrus means a wisp or a curl, like I show you in this picture. No, this is not one of mine. I do have others of mine that I will share with you, but this one is not mine. But look, they're like feathers. They're wispy. They're curly. Okay? What creates these are ice crystals that form in the upper atmosphere. Oh, clouds are so pretty. The next type, the stratus. Stratus, kind of like striation. It means layers. There's different layers. And they're formed by warm air that slowly rose up through the atmosphere. No, this one's not my picture either, but it's a good representation of stratus clouds. Next comes a really cool type of cloud. It's called a lenticular cloud. Lenticular means it's lens shaped, and it's usually found near mountains. Check out this picture I've got here. Okay? Wind comes from the left to the right, comes zipping across the mountains. Don't know if you've ever heard a thing called the Bernoulli effect. Okay? Has to do with gases and changing velocities and areas and stuff. But as the wind comes across the mountain and then the ground drops, it creates some very interesting interactions between the layers of air. And you get some of the most incredible shapes. This. Yes, these are really, really, really clouds that people have gotten pictures of. I think the one on the right is Mount Fuji in Japan. Both of my parents had the privilege to climb Mount Fuji when they were living there. Pretty amazing. And to me, it just shows off the creativeness of God.